Hey, welcome back to Deep Fried Ideas. I'm Bradley.
My name is Randall Moore of the United States of America on planet Earth.
And my name is Bryce.
Are you from planet Earth too, Bryce?
No, he's from Mexico, which is part of Mars.
Oh, okay.
It actually just fell out of the sky and got transported.
So this is week 1 of me being alone. Because Randy decided to leave me for Christmas. Who would ever want to go see their family for Christmas?
No, I'm just moving out. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, we're leaving, yeah. Me and Randy are eloping together.
Ooh, it's gonna be so magical. I've never wanted anything more. Oh my gosh, so many bloops.
Yeah,
sorry, every time you send me one of those, Bryce, it's gonna be on the podcast now. I'm not gonna...
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Anyways, what those beeps are here, and if you hear them, we are gonna be doing
He's
our...
sending inappropriate pictures to Brad.
Well, that too.
Absolutely. Of the highest quality and...
Of the highest quality. You're right.
But what we're gonna do today...
HD, 4K.
The
4K.
new season for Diablo is coming out, and we're gonna...
Wait, we are? I don't have that game.
You done?
Oh, man.
Yeah, no. Tired of your shenanigans.
But we're gonna be doing a competition for the new season. I think we're gonna give it a month, so it's gonna start, and then we're gonna do it, and then it'll be magical. So we're just setting it up. We're gonna do like a random roll, and we have to play a certain character because no one wants to play 3 of the 7 classes. So
Yeah.
You're...
So, and kind of the basic rules for this is that we're not going to use any of the Paragon points. We're not going to use the free class set. We're all going to start on fresh seasonal characters at the same time. And how you win is person who gets the greater rift level by the end of the allotted time wins. And then people who lose get something bad.
See, okay, I thought you just said, like, almost said greatest lift, and I was like, well, I can get a lift job, no worries.
Yeah, no problem.
But man, greatest rift, I'm gonna lose that.
Super easy. So Bryce, to be able to decide, do you just want to use a number generator using the numbers you just put out there?
Heck yes. So,
did you know that if you use a Google number generator in Google provides one for you?
That's exactly what I have up right now.
Wow.
Thank you, though,
man, dude. No, dude, you're just smart.
No,
all right.
Bryce, now you have to use a different one.
Try to be smart.
All right.
Now he needs to use a different one just because.
So, as leader of the podcast, Brad.
Is he the leader? I feel upset about that.
Well, because he's at the helm right now, per se.
Is he at the helm right now?
Being home and home base, mother nest, motherland.
Some call me Mother Teresa. So.
Did you know that she died the same year that I was born? Some say I killed Mother Teresa.
Or you reincarnated as her.
Maybe.
She had to die so you were born.
Yeah, it's true. No, that much good couldn't be in a world with this much bad. It's just, she would have collapsed.
All right. So, Brad.
Yes.
I'm going to roll a number between 1 and 7. And we've all agreed upon that 1 is Barbarian, 2 is Crusader, 3 is
I didn't
Hunter,
agree to this.
4 is Monk, 5 is Necromancer, 6 is Witch Doctor, and 7 is Wizard.
All right,
I'm crossing my fingers for number 5.
So before you do it, I just want to say how funny it is. So Bryce and I will be like talking, and then Randy will say some like weird or just like unimportant comment, and then either me or Bryce are like, "You done?" Or just
sandbag the hell out of it.
Or just like push past it and just keep going.
Come on, man, we gotta push through these stupid comments.
It hurts.
That's how these podcasts get done.
Listen, your input is valued.
It's just not needed.
All right.
Here it is.
And-
Cross my fingers for a 5.
I know. I'm saying
3,
like 5 or
2.
7
All right,
Or-
Brad, what's your number?
or 3.
What did he get? What did he get? What did he get? What's in the box?
Brad got
What's in the
a
box?
3.
Yes! My favorite.
Dang.
There you go, Demon Hunter for
Lucky,
Bradley.
lucky.
For those of you that don't play this game, Demon Hunter is kind of like a gunslinger, honestly.
He's like a
Sure, yeah.
hunter with like traps and.
It's like a hunter that
crossbows,
hunts
bows.
demons, really.
Yeah, that's
You weren't
really, you
that
know,
way.
like how did you know to come up with that? That just so aptly describes it.
I'm really good at describing things, you know? Much better at describing things than you guys are trying to describe crab.
My freaking heck. Oh.
All right. Well, I'm happy with
Okay.
mine.
I'm mad about yours.
All right.
I could
Yeah,
actually
no,
win.
Are you ready for yours?
Crusader.
You're gonna get a
Yeah, go
Crusader
for
or
it.
Barbarian.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be the worst.
Or
2
monk.
worst classes.
This is yours, Randy. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. I got a 5. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Ooh.
Dude, I can feel
You
him like
got-
clicking it multiple times until he gets what he wants.
You got no. I am like on my freaking.
I don't trust
Cross
him.
my heart. Hope that I just.
I hope you do
Come
too.
on. 1 or 2.
Yeah, no, I hope I do too.
1 or 2.
He got a 5, 6, 7. You got a 7.
Wait, what?
Oh, cool. I'm okay with that. Man, what a freaking tease.
I know he said
I
5.
7.
6,
Yeah, and I
7.
was like, oh, they went 6. I was like, oh, and there was like 7. Which is okay.
All right.
Wizards are good.
Yeah, wizards are good.
Anyway.
Wizard is like kind of top tier up there.
All right. Now Bryce
They're-
is gonna get a 1.
All right.
No, he's gonna get a necromancer. You know it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
He's rigged the results.
Yeah, he has.
Aw.
Oh.
Well, I got a Crusader.
No. That sucks.
That's the one I've been playing most this last season. That's interesting.
Oh man, that would have been a bummer if you gotten barbarian.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, so let me cement this in chat just so that no one's back on it. And
Oh no, I'm going back on it, dude.
Oh,
And,
you said necromancer.
You said that. I heard you say 5.
We all end
You
up
said
doing
I got-
necromancer.
You said I got the option of 5, 6, or 7, right?
Okay, apparently
Isn't
I'm
that how it
DH. I'm duh.
You're dat ham. You're gonna be dat ham, dude.
Not this one. That one.
I'm a whiz-waz. That's pretty wizard, dude.
I'm bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
And Bryce, you're going on a cruise? Why didn't you tell us?
No, he's Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, because Cruise is with an I, but Tom
right,
Cruise
right,
is.
right.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, Cruise is
Cruise?
his. Tom
Cruise
Cruise.
is not spelled with an I.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
it's spelled with a Z, man.
No. Like if you're going on a cruise, like on a boat, it's CRU.
Oh, you're right. It's CUISE.
Yeah.
You're right. See, I did not pass
What is-
elementary school.
What is cruise ship generator?
What?
Cruise ship generator?
Like-
It just creates a cruise ship for you.
I'm guessing like if you want to go, like you don't know where to go on a cruise, but you want to go on a cruise, and then it like makes
Just for
one.
rich people who have too much money and not enough thinking power.
Or poor people that want to just pretend they're rich.
Just like every month, I
Cruise
just randomly
simulator.
pick a cruise ship to go onto.
And then I never go, but I watch a movie about it.
Actually, I bet you it's like a power generator, like an electric generator that can power your cruise ship. Is
Oh,
what it is.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that's what
thinking.
that's what I was talking about. How power
Smart.
generator for cruise ship.
I'm smart. I feel smart.
Cruise ship diesel generator explosion.
What?
For later.
Exploded?
Mm.
Wow.
Okay.
It was probably a Florida man. Went out and peed
Probably
in
was
the
a cruise ship
generator.
made in Florida. That's freaking Florida cruise ship.
Florida man peed in the generator and it blew up the cruise ship. Happens all the time.
That blew up the entire cruise ship.
The entire cruise ship.
Not a
He
single
got away
survivor.
scot-free. He swam off before it exploded.
You thought Titanic was bad. Watch this.
Just wait for cruise ship generator coming to the theater near you. It's
Jeez.
gonna be great. Man.
All
So what have
right.
you guys been doing this week?
Bryce?
Let's see. What have I been up to?
Echoing silence.
I was playing like a new game or something.
Nothing with me, that's for sure. You guys both been just not wanting to play games.
Well, I've been playing some Killing Floor with my buds. You know, we just got off a couple rounds of that, and that was really fun.
Stressful.
And new DLC stuff came out for Destiny 2. Haven't gotten it yet.
No, I played like 5 minutes, and the servers kept crashing, and so I haven't played any more.
Oof.
They kept kicking me out, and I was like, well, I guess Destiny does not want me to play, so I will not.
It's not your Destiny.
Not your...
Got it.
I was going to say that.
Said it first.
Not my Destiny.
In the heck, man.
Oh, it's not my Destiny.
I feel like I played some like new game, but I can't remember what it was.
Not for the king, for sure.
Other than that, I am slowly rotting away in this bunker that I call my dorm room at college as my food supplies dwindle and the approaching finals come up to try and kill me.
It's like the beginning part of the new Avengers trailer. That's Bryce right now. Food ran out 2 days ago. Food and water ran out 2 days ago. Air runs out tomorrow. Gonna die.
Oof. Sad, man. It's the truth, though. Yeah, nothing really super new going with me. Just playing some like games that I played before. I jumped back on Dark Souls briefly, and Dark Souls 2. And, man, I just realized how kind of janky it was coming from Dark Souls 3.
Really janky game.
Yeah, it's like not horrible, but it's just kind of janky. And like it's definitely not as smooth as 3. So looking forward to picking up 3 again.
Bryce, did I tell you about the thing that guy had? The creators of Dark Souls, the creator anyway, the main dude.
His rules.
His rules for creating the Dark Souls games.
Do tell.
No? Okay, well, continue. I'm gonna look them up real quick.
Unfortunately, I think that's pretty much all I had.
Be prepared to talk for a while because Randy had spent like 30 minutes trying to find that. I was trying to go to bed and he was like, wait, and then I went into my room and he was like, I found it as soon as I walked in my bed.
As soon as he walked into his room, he was like, hey, I found it.
But my week, let's see. I spend about 7 hours a day crying.
Dang, dude, your eyes must be like raw.
No, dude, they're so lubricated.
Yep, you know it.
You've just been using like eye drops to keep yourself lubricated.
But no, I mean, enjoying Killing Floor. Bryce and I played yesterday, and then all 3 of us played a little bit today.
Heck yeah.
Their Christmas update is out, so that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and now it's crazy because we have gingerbread men that explode into bloody bits and are...
It's delicious. Haven't you always wanted a bloody gingerbread man?
Yeah, it's my favorite kind of drink. A bloody ginger man.
Ginger bloody man. Wait, what?
Bloody ginger? Ginger
a bloody ginger.
Bloody Mary.
That's...
Oh wait, totally different thing.
I'm
sure there's a drink out there called bloody ginger.
Probably.
Oh, I'm sure. There's probably also a drink called gingerbread blood.
Ooh, that sounds aggressive.
Well,
Yeah, it sounds freaking toxic.
I watched a movie today with
gingerbread blood.
I watched a movie today with Benedict Cumberbatch in it. And,
any good?
It was all right. It was pretty good. But he was a rapist. But other than that,
wow.
Yeah.
What movie was it?
It's called The Rapist.
No, it's called Atonement. It's a
interesting
World War II-esque movie. But he's not like a main character at all. He's in it for like 10 minutes.
He's just a random rapist.
He just like runs in, rapes somebody, and runs out of the movie. What the heck just happened?
Hey guys, I'm gonna rape this kid. And it was like a 15-year-old girl or something, but he ends up marrying her.
Oh, gross.
But anyways.
So was it really rape then?
Yes. Because he was an older, like in his 30s probably. Anyways, so he
so it'd be statutory rape. Was she into it at all?
No, she was crying.
Okay, well
then
never mind.
She was into it. She had like bruises and stuff. So, anyways, he owned a chocolate factory, but his name was not Willy Wonka.
Bummer.
Dang it.
Sorry, I had to catch that before y'all started talking again.
That was too well.
And he made
Wanka.
He made a chocolate something margarita,
Delicious.
and it sounded super good because
Mojito margarita.
except for like I feel like that wouldn't be very good.
I don't like chocolate, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
still.
I don't love chocolate, but I feel like it would make alcohol taste better. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, probably. But I did find those rules real quick. If you don't mind me interrupting.
I have one more thing in my weekend, and then you can go. Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, continue. Never mind. Not important.
I beat Randy's my high score in
Ouch.
For the King. No, it's not your fault. I just had my new character unlocked.
It really is your fault. You're holding him back.
Yeah, dude. I really am. That's so true.
Back off.
But like literally,
Yeah, I did.
as soon as I beat, so like it's a game. It's For the King. We talked about it a little bit, but like this.
The Settlers of Catan game.
Yeah, yep, that's the game. But so like this gameplay is
Just like it.
you choose your like character, like all three of your characters, what they're gonna be, and then you go into a dungeon and you just see how far you can get. So Randy and I got I think 48 or
Somewhere like
43 or something, and then this time I got like I don't even know, it was like 67 or something. It was super good. But like not even gonna lie, after I got past where Randy and I got, I just started like sweating. I was like, this is awful. I'm so scared. Like every single fight, I would be almost dead, and then like I'd still win, and then I'd get a little bit farther. At the end of that fight, I'd be like just even almost more dead. Like I think one of the fights, all my characters were like 1 health. And
Jeez.
it was just super stressful. I was like skinning my bones like the last fight, and then I got there, and then it was one of the the bosses at the end of like the end of a floor of a dungeon, and he killed one of my characters. I still had all my hearts left, so I just kept like reviving myself. But he kept one hitting every single one of my people, just one after another, and I'd heal him, and then they die. Heal him, and they die. And I don't think I even hit him once. Like he had all my people like slow, so he could do like 7 attacks at once. It was
Wow.
awful, but it felt really good to get that far. And then I unlocked 2 new characters. I have a new favorite character, is the Trapper. He's kind of like uses a spear and stuff. He's pretty cool. But other than that, nothing. Oh, I started writing the D&D campaign that we're gonna have. I think I
The
do
what?
the D&D campaign that when Bryce gets down here.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So I just figured I would DM because I'm the only one that's done it before.
True.
That sounds about right.
I'm actually really excited. I've put a lot of time into it. I think it's going to be a fun campaign, but not
So
good.
if we're disappointed in it, we shouldn't say so because it'll hurt your feelings.
No, if you're disappointed, it's your fault, not my fault.
Oh, sure.
No, I mean it'll be good. I mean, if anything, I'll just
I have faith.
cry about that if y'all don't like it.
Same. I
So-
mean, but what else is new?
Yeah, I know, right? All I do is cry and am disappointed disappoint people. So,
I am disappointed by people.
all right, Randy,
True.
what's that?
Yeah, that's
What's
sad.
that guy's rules for Diablo or
Alrighty.
whatever it's called?
So the
Dark Souls.
creator of the Dark Souls games, some of the games that are famously like some of the most difficult games out there that are actually doable. Like there are some games that are like harder, but it's just like because they're actually not even able to be completed. But these games, the creator of the games, when they first started making them, came up with 5 rules that every single game that they made had to apply. All of these rules had to apply to the game before they would allow the game to be released.
Okay.
So the first rule is any player can clear any obstacle simply by learning from their mistakes and paying close attention.
That's
Rule 2.
pretty good.
Yeah. Rule 2, the reasons for failure must always be clear and understandable. Like, you can't just die and be like, what just killed me? I don't understand what's going on.
It was the bacteria.
Right? Yeah, you're just like, the air was toxic. It's like, what? Number 3, every problem must have multiple solutions so that the player can tackle it in whichever way they want. Number 4, the game's controls can never be a factor from which difficulty is derived.
Can I just add a little something about that?
Yeah. They do their best.
Yeah.
They do their best. And you can tell from game to game to game, their controls are getting better. And they're
Yes,
perfecting them.
yes.
And that's why, like, every game, it's getting better. Like, when I was playing Dark Souls 2, I don't ever remember going, man, the controls to this are just awful. After playing Dark Souls 3 and going back, now I can tell but never in the moment have I ever been like, man, these controls are just the worst. In other games, though, I have played other games where while I'm playing it, I'm just like, geez, these controls are just terrible, and I can't do this.
Cancer.
So, but and then that's why, like, even though they had like a control, like after Dark Souls 1, they could have been like, all right, cool, we got a control setup done. We don't need to work on that anymore. It's like, no. As they've been making new games, they continue to work on the controls and making sure that they're better and better and better. So I think it's really cool. And then number five is there must be the possibility for miracles to happen, those magical moments that spread stories outside of the confines of the game world. Where it's just like, oh my goodness, that just happened. I didn't know it could do that.
Like being a boss on like
right at 0 health. Exactly. You're literally about to die, and then you end up beating the boss. So, but yeah, and so as long as the game fits those 5 rules, then he feels like it's firm but fair, and he's okay with releasing it.
That's pretty good. I agree with all those.
I really have a lot of respect because like there are other games where they're like, who cares if it's difficult? We're just gonna put it out anyway, and people are just gonna deal with it. It's like, no, you gotta make sure it's good. You gotta make it fair for people. So yeah, that's how I felt with the Lords of the Fallen.
Game. I never played that, but I heard the control
the controls are the worst. It's literally torture trying to play that game. And so like I was like, I liked all the Dark Souls games. This is similar to it, so I'll play it. I love it. And I got through like not even very far into it, and I was like, this is just unplayable. Like I can't get through it because it's just the controls are just so difficult. So
I think that's one of like the most important things in games is like good controls, because like you said, if you don't, then it just makes the game like an actual play and pain.
Yeah, there's nothing that will make me. There's nothing in a game that will just make me never play it again. Nothing that will stop me from playing a game and pull me out of immersion than having to feel like I'm fighting the game to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to have to feel like I'm trying to fight against the controls just so that I can do what I feel like I should be able to do, and what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I feel that.
Yeah.
Great. Did you tell us about your week, Randy?
I've done nothing of interest.
Oh, you've done everything of interest, man. You're on
super boring
work vacation.
I'm on a work vacation? Yeah, that pretty much sums up.
Well, see, it's not even work yet because you haven't got paid for it, so...
Yeah, that's so true. And I haven't been paid in a year, so who knows if I'll ever get paid.
You need to get paid, man.
Well, need to? Yeah, will be. We'll see about that. But yeah, so I'm originally from Ohio, so I came back up to Ohio for Christmas. Came up a little bit early so I could spend some time with family before we go out and visit my sister who's graduating from college. So, yeah, drove up to Ohio beforehand, or just the other day. Since then, haven't been doing squat here. It's been great. I'm just chilling like a villain. Going and hanging out with some friends tomorrow.
Nice.
Which will be fun. Going on a date in a couple of days, which will be fun.
What?
And then other than that, there's nothing. I've got nothing.
Oh, man, that's exciting, dude.
No things.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're having the time of your life, man.
Well, it is a time, and I am alive, so... There is a time of my life being had here.
That was good.
If I could interrupt, I forgot to share something about my week.
Please share.
I watched through... Excuse me?
I thought you were pregnant. Never mind.
First of all, how would that happen? Second of all, no. Third of all, back to the point I was making. Skills. I watched The Punisher, the Netflix show. I finished
how was it?
Man, 13 episodes. The first 3 episodes kind of slow. Like I remember that about maybe like a couple months ago, I started and I watched the first and second episode, and I was like, all right, and just kind of like wasn't super interested in it. Kind of got to other things, but then I came back to it recently. Man, it was good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was really solid. Like most of the Marvel shows.
Yeah.
They picked a really good character for Punisher.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Super well. Just kind of the hardened military guy or
right.
guy that is just willing to kick some ass and kill some dudes because they're bad guys. And I remember hearing some criticisms about it that it could have been a bit short. True. In the middle of the season, there's kind of some filler-ish plot. I didn't find it too encumbering to the story or anything. Like it kind of worked a bit, but at the same time, it kind of felt like it was padded in to make it maybe stretch it out a bit longer. I didn't really have any real problems with it though. And I remember thinking, I was watching the second to last, and I was like, man, I thought like the Punisher was supposed to be super brutal. Man, this show hasn't been like super brutal after all. You know, just some quick cutaways after he makes a very wet impact with the shotgun. Mm-hmm. And then he turns it up to 11, and I was like, wow, yeah, that's Punisher.
Yeah.
And so,
he's brutal, and yet he isn't at the same time sometimes.
Well,
in the original movie, in the movie years ago, there was one scene where he was torturing a guy, and he had the guy hanging, and he had a red hot poker, and he's talking about how he was like, when he hit him or poked him with his poker, it was going to burn him, and he wasn't going to even feel any heat, wasn't going to feel pain. He was just going to feel cold, and then he would just smell burning flesh. And then he had a popsicle, and he just pushed the popsicle against the guy's back, and then pushed the poker down into a piece of steak. So then he wasn't even actually hurting this guy, but he just made the guy think that he was just burning the guy's back like crazy. And so the guy told him everything he needed to know, and the guy was perfectly fine. So, like, he is brutal, but yet at the same time, sometimes he's not. So,
yeah, I mean, he has a really, cut and dry version of justice where it's like, if you're doing bad stuff, you're going to die in a bad way,
Right.
And pretty much, his policy is, I don't put people back in jail because then they just end up back in the streets. So
right,
it's like judge, jury, and execution. So, and that's kind of unique among, maybe not super unique, but it's
unique among heroes, not necessarily among anti-heroes.
Yeah, definitely. So I overall super enjoyed the series and season, and I'm pretty bummed out, honestly, that Netflix canceled all of their Marvel shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, did they have plans to continue with that the Punisher show?
Tentative plans, as far as I understand.
For all of the Marvel shows, they had like tentative plans to continue them. I know Daredevil was pretty much like the one that had the highest chance of continuing, and then they came out and said, "Nah, it's done."
Did they confirm? Did they cancel Shield as well? Shield, Agents of Shield.
Honestly,
it's all Marvel.
I don't
know at all.
What?
It's all Marvel things that they
all
canceled.
Marvel.
I
wasn't sure.
It's because the Disney streaming service is going to be coming out beginning of next year.
I knew that.
So
no. That's right. Because it's all the Marvel shows that were on Netflix.
Yeah.
Agents of Shield is not on Netflix. So
it isn't.
Nope. It is on Netflix, but it's not Netflix exclusive. It's out on TV originally. It releases TV first.
Right.
So I was gonna say I didn't hear anything about that being canceled. That's why. So yes, that movie is still out. Or the show is still.
Well, yeah, it's gonna keep going, but I don't think they're gonna put it on Netflix anymore. I think they're gonna put it.
Yeah, they might not. I'm not sure.
It's gonna go on the Disney streaming service.
Well, I hope they continue the Punisher because, like, honestly, I think like I'd love if like they could maybe work into some other like Marvel movies, some of the smaller show character cameos like Daredevil or Punisher.
The guy, I don't remember, the Russo brothers. Is that who wrote or directed the Avengers movies?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Whoever it is, the guys who created them, I think that's who it was, but I'm not sure. Those guys who created the newest Avengers movies talked, or in an interview mentioned how they had tried to figure out if there was some way for them to bring in the show characters into the movie a little bit as well. And they said that there was just too many characters to try to fit into one movie, especially since not the majority of the people who watch those movies haven't seen the shows. Mm-hmm. So they just decided it wasn't worth it. So I don't know if they'll ever will, but it'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess that's nice, so they don't overcomplicate the universe and make it so you have to watch all the things or read all the books. That's nice.
Right.
They are kind of.
But I mean,
the show is a big commitment. Like, expecting people to have seen a movie before you go and see a movie, that's fine. But like a show, watching an entire show, that's a big commitment.
Well, and that's what we've talked about that, Randy, a lot. Like both you and I would have loved to see the actor of the TV show Flash as the real Flash, or as the Flash in the Justice League.
Oh yeah.
But then would have been great.
But because we have all that past knowledge, everything, his training and everything, I mean, less a little bit with that, but like they would probably expect people to watch that, so they'd make references back to the TV show probably. So like it makes sense why they don't, but like it also makes sense to do that. And I think when Disney comes out with their streaming service and they do their TV shows there, I think it'll make that a whole lot easier, because it's only like, I think they said $8 a month or something like that to have that, which is incredible for everything that comes out Disney.
Right, which is like everything nowadays.
I think it would make a lot more sense that they could, at least in theory, have the same actors in TV shows to go to the movies, and they could still, and it would, I mean, it wouldn't be paying as much, but that's such an easier thing if just have a cameo of, Robert Downey Jr. in a TV show. It's because it's so connected that the movie and the TV show is all in the same streaming service, so it's easy to go watch.
Yeah, because to be fair, right now they don't feel like they're in the same universe. They feel very disjointed.
Oh, completely, yeah.
They kind of make some references like destroying and stuff like that, but I agree with you. It doesn't feel like they're totally in the same universe. They feel a bit disconnected. Which, I mean, that's also a huge problem.
It's also because, like, the Russo brothers and everyone that directs the Marvel movies, they have such an incredible feel to them, to me.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
That's so separate from any other movie anyways. But then compared to the TV shows, it's a little bit... I mean, it's obviously Marvel Studios, but it's, like, completely different
There's just such a bit different tone between the movies versus the shows.
Yeah.
The shows just have a much different tone to them.
Mm-hmm.
They feel much darker than the movies. The movies, they've got something like crazy intense happening, and you feel that it's crazy intense. Don't get me wrong, but yet at the same time, they're still able to make funny jokes, and you're like, ha, that was funny, even though this is crazy intense.
Yeah, they do have a totally different style.
They don't do that very well.
Mm-hmm. And I don't feel like they super need to,
No, I don't. I agree, but.
And it's also because
why they feel a little bit disjointed.
Yeah, because like as far as like Marvel movies go, it just would feel weird if they felt like the TV show. Right. And then as far as the TV shows feeling that kind
vice versa.
That vice versa, it would feel weird because in a TV show, this is a TV show about a hero struggling. Because I mean, you couldn't do you can't that's why there's different. That's why people like movies. That's why people like TV shows. Because they're different. You can go dark in a TV show and it still feel fine. As far as like a movie, you're only watching it. You have 2 hours to watch a movie and to feel something. You don't want to see
depressed.
Yeah, the whole thing. You don't want to feel depressed. So.
Yeah, I want to see Iron Man in his prime. Yeah, but that's like
depressed Iron Man.
Yeah, that's true. But like at the same time, like I don't want to see like every other movie or like half of one movie ever. Like I don't want to see like half of Iron Man 2 just be Iron Man going, oh man, I just don't feel like being Iron Man. I feel like I'm really struggling. It's just, man, my life is just, it's like, no, dude. I want to see, if it's an Iron Man movie, I want to see Tony Stark being, oh, bummer. Being Iron Man is so hard.
That's why Iron Man 3 was so bad.
Yeah. It's true. Well, that's why I didn't love Iron Man 2 either, because Iron Man 2, the entire time he's sick, so he couldn't be Iron Man for half of it, so...
I agree.
Yeah.
So, it just movies have to be a certain way, and TV shows don't have to be, but, like...
They can be a little bit more open, more flexible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree. We all agree. I agree.
That's what
We're
honest,
all good,
that is one of the few times that we do.
We good. We all agree. Yeah. I think it's just because Marvel does it great, and so there's no argument.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to argue. They're perfectly.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, are we ready to talk about some new trailers?
Oh, did you guys know that almost all of the Lego games are on sale on Steam right now for like $4?
Because most of them are not.
I know.
Most of them are not good. That's why.
But they are all on sale, so
That
now
is...
you can get them on sale. The Lord of the Rings games are great.
No, yeah, the Lord of the Rings ones are good. The Star Wars ones are good, and then the
That's true.
is it
Batman ones are
Batman ones are all right, and then the Pirates of the Caribbean one was all right, I guess.
I didn't play any of that.
The Indiana Jones one were so bad.
They were okay at best.
Like the first one I played was the first one was all right, and then I think they came out with two more or one more, and it was not good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Indiana Jones on the DS.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
That's
the knockoff version.
That's what I played on the DS. I played the Indiana Jones one.
Mm-hmm.
Are we okay to talk about trailers though?
Sorry, one more thing I forgot to say about my week.
Okay.
So I think it was 2 days. I finished.
You're pregnant.
Not this time.
Seeing it.
But I just in 2 days, 3 days, I finished the 3 seasons of The Last Kingdom, which is
any good?
I really liked it. Yeah, but that's just because I have a thing for that time period.
Kingdoms that are dying.
It's obviously, I mean not obviously, it's Vikings, and so it takes
Obviously.
place. It takes place in the time where like Vikings had taken over pretty much all of England,
Sure.
But it's mainly how like England came back and was able to start taking all of like their land back and whatnot. It's super good. I was telling Bryce like there's obviously things that are wrong with it. Like one of the things I didn't love is they'd introduce a character and they'd like just expect you to love them, expect you to have like these feelings towards them, and then they would just like
I do love them.
They'd have a really good connection, a really good friendship with the main character, and I'd just be like, wait, what the heck? Because the show would skip years in advance or ahead in like
Sure.
from episode to episode. There'd be like a year in between sometimes, and so
Jeez.
obviously I guess he can get best friends in a year. So that kind of annoyed me just because like and then of course I would get involved in that character and I'd like that character, but
Right.
like right away I'm like whoa, like I like these characters and you're like, and I like it because they kill off main characters a lot, which is I enjoy that because there's no plot armor. Well,
you're sick, man. You're
Get
just
some
sick.
help.
But like and because so like yeah, obviously I get connected to a character and they die and that's totally cool. Just don't slam these new characters and say that these characters are cooler than last ones because I loved those last ones. I they're awesome. So I finished it. It was really good. I totally recommend it. I think they're gonna stay at 3 seasons, but they definitely left it to where they could continue going.
That's always good.
And so I really liked it. And then I just started Marco Polo today.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that come out.
Yeah, I always saw commercials for it and was like, meh, I'm okay. Like I don't really care about that because I feel like it'd be too history to me.
History? You don't care about history?
No. See, that, at first, but now I'm super into history now. Because it first came out like 2 years ago. Which
wow, history started like I would say probably the first time history happened was 0. But that's just me.
Was 0?
Well, no, because 8 or BC goes like up in numbers. So it'd be like,
but nobody cares about BC.
It'd be like BC like
nothing good happened BC.
Before BC there was 0.
Yeah, before
so
BC
it goes like 0 and then BC like 7,000.
Yeah.
So there's a time period before BC. There's like BBC. Wait, that's a thing too. That's a TV show or channel.
BBC. Before BBC was around, and it was just all.
It was just British broadcasting.
British speaking channel. I don't think that's what it means. But
It's British, like bog standard comedy.
British bog standard channel.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what it stands
I
for.
have no idea. But anyways, yeah. So the Marco Polo one, I've only watched the first episode, and it's, I mean, so far, like I'm not hating my life, so that's always good.
Well, that's good. You know,
Like-
if a Netflix show makes you hate your life.
Right. So
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm
That's how you
definitely
know you should be
invested in
watching
it,
it.
and I'm interested to keep watching. So it'll be good, I think.
Nice.
It's only 2 seasons though. I don't know if they're gonna continue that. So
It came out a while ago, so I think it's probably done.
yeah,
Because it came out in like freaking like.
it was like, I think it was like
2014 or
2015, 2014 maybe.
So if it's been that long without another season, it's probably done. Which is okay as long as they ended it well.
Yeah, I used to hate shows that like went on past like 2 or 3 seasons, and now I'm like, no, I need it because I'm running out of things to watch. So give me like one show with like 700 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
True. You should watch One Piece then. 2,000 episodes of it.
No, One Piece. Jeez.
I've never watched it.
I haven't
I've
even.
heard of
That's
it.
a billion episodes.
Oh, side note. While we were talking about Vikings a while ago, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Did you guys know? One night, a Viking named Rudolph, the Red, was looking
Man,
out
screw
the
you,
window.
dude. Get out of here.
He was looking out the window when he said
Go
it's going
away.
to rain.
Go away.
And his wife asked, "How do you know?" And it's because Rudolph the Red knows reindeer.
You
So
sent me that.
funny.
You sent me that a couple days ago, and
So
I
funny.
honestly I died for like literally 5 minutes. I was on the floor. It was so funny.
Rudolph the Red knows reindeer.
It's pretty good if I'm honest.
It's
Pretty
so
good.
good. It's my favorite.
Solid 6 Ninja Turtles.
Dude,
3 Obamas.
that was a straight up lol. Like there's not often that I lol, but that time I lolled
Yeah,
for sure.
I was at work too, so it was bad.
So you know it's good when you're lolling.
He just
When you're already
audibly just hit the floor and started rolling around and kicking the
You
desks
just let the
and
bodies hit
chairs
the
and
floor, if you will.
I flipped all the food over. It was awesome.
oh yeah,
Man.
that's right.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh.
uh,
Sorry,
are
Bryce.
you gonna let me talk about trailers now?
Oh wait,
No,
one more thing.
Trailers are the worst.
One more thing. No, just kidding. Go for it. I think we're gonna do the Avengers trailer first because that's the most important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
There was silence
Okay.
there, and I was like, "Is that not important?" I cried watching it. So
All right.
I didn't
So-
cry at all.
It was so
Avengers
intense.
4 trailer came out.
It did?
Name Endgame. That's pretty good. Sad trailer. Tony Stark's gonna die, which is
Is he?
probably not gonna happen.
How do you know?
Because
No,
he's-
Tony Stark's totally going to be saved. No,
Yeah,
you know what I bet?
absolutely.
I bet you.
Wait.
Bryce has wanted to
Jeez,
talk
oh
for
my.
like 10 minutes.
Wait.
Yeah, he wants to talk. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt.
My only question about
You
Tony
only get one.
Stark and that
This is your one
ship
question.
when I first saw the trailer was, where is Nebula?
She's got her own ship.
She just pieced out and was like,
Yeah, dude. She's like, I don't need
screw
Tony
you,
Stark.
man. I don't even know you.
Yep.
I have
Douches.
Every man for themselves.
I
in
have
this
the real
universe
answer.
now.
Do tell, where is Nebula?
dead.
So before I give you the answer, what studio is making this movie?
Your face.
Disney.
No, Marvel. Marvel Studios. Come on.
Okay.
I gave you the second word.
It's not Disney Studios, are you sure?
So Marvel is literally God at making trailers and
Yeah, they're the
and
best.
giving you information that you
There
don't.
could be 6 other
So
people on that ship who
misleading.
wouldn't know it.
They probably picked up like pets. They probably have like there's probably
Picked up pets.
there's probably
just some dogs and cats.
there's probably like stripper
Yeah.
poles all behind Tony Stark. There's probably like a ninja that they picked up off this that was like a hitchhiker. Like that
Just
ship is probably
Zero
a party.
from Borderlands 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like that
Everybody's
ship is
there.
probably a party. And because there's the party, Disney or DC was like, or whatever, Marvel. Wow, whoa,
Jeez.
whoa.
good.
Let's get our studios correct, okay?
But
Okay,
they're
okay,
like, since there's so
okay.
many people
Say
here,
okay.
okay, since there's so many people here, let's erase all of them. Put Tony Stark here. Let's only do this little thing, show this little scene. But after that, like, and before that and after that, he's like partying and like drinking alcohol and just having a great old time.
You know it.
And
he like says like a super sad message to Pepper,
He's just
and then he
breaking
shuts it off. He's like, "All right, let's go crazy."
nah, it's because he's so drunk. He gets all emotional. It's like 4 drinks in, he gets sad and emotional, and then after that, his 5th drink, he goes crazy and he's good again.
Same.
So that's what she's probably there. There's like honestly, okay, not the party obviously is not there, but like she's probably there. And
in Agrabah.
Are you like hungry for gross cake, Bryce?
Yeah, this is disgusting.
I just looked up curse images, dude. It's fun.
That's gross.
But yeah, no.
Leave me alone.
Nebula's probably on the ship, and they just erased her. Like,
yeah, I agree.
They do.
I agree.
Marvel does that
angle
so
the
much.
Cameras.
Well, you know what I was gonna say? I betcha bottom dollar. I'm thinking that. What's her name? What's her face?
Nebula.
What's her name?
Nebula.
No, other name.
Gamora.
Captain Marvel.
Captain
I
Marvel.
bet you Captain Marvel is the one who saves them, because she can fly in space, and
I can see that.
she goes up and saves them. I betcha.
That could be
You
a
know,
thing.
that's not a bad theory.
I bet you $20 she
Because
goes up.
the Guardians of the Galaxy are freaking dead. So
Yeah, all of them are dead. So who else has gone to space in the Avengers? Only Captain Marvel.
Space Force, dude.
Space Force. That's what
Space Force was made to save Tony Stark.
Did you see the tweet
Space
that?
Force.
I don't think it was real, but I want to believe it was real because it'd be hilarious. But it was this fake Twitter account of NASA, and they sent out a tweet after that trailer came out, and they're like, Can everyone please stop tweeting us to send up a spaceship to save Tony Stark? We get it. It was hilarious. It's like, I don't think that was actually NASA's Twitter account, but if it was, that's hilarious. So many people have been tweeting NASA, "Hey, save Tony Stark."
Oh, but I guarantee you that they did send those. Like that's hilarious.
Oh,
like
sure.
that they had that's hilarious.
That's so funny. I love it. So that's what I really want. I want NASA to send up a spaceship to save Tony Stark, even though he's on a planet, he's drifting around in space nearby a planet that is super far away.
No,
we can do it.
I agree to you though that Captain Marvel's probably the one.
100%.
Probably. Yeah.
Only other person that can go in space is Tony Stark, and I
Thor.
don't think he's gonna do the job.
And Thor.
Yeah, Thor can, but how
Well,
much?
He doesn't
He
do
really-
super well in space. He just kind of
Yeah, he can, like-
survives.
He can like teleport through space, like using the Bifrost. He can like through space, but he can't just like swim around through space.
Why not? He's a god.
He could. I
He
mean,
won't die, but he can't like.
as evidence of the beginning of the movie, he won't die, but he can't just like.
And he
chill
can't exactly
there.
swing around
He goes,
his
like,
axe
into a
like his
coma.
hammer, you know,
Yeah.
to generate like flying
Yeah.
force. So he can't
Right.
really fly anymore, I guess, which kind of sucks unless he puts a handle on. That's good. Other than that,
Oh, just
Well, I
kidding.
mean, he seemed like he was flying pretty easily. in
I just looked it up. Apparently, he can't breathe in space.
Well, of course he can't breathe in space. There's no oxygen.
Well,
he won't
figured
die, though.
I figured like someone that's a god should be able to just survive.
He just can turn nothingness into oxygen.
Oh wait, no. And apparently in the comic books, he can breathe in space.
Oh my gosh, which one's true?
Well,
There's a discrepancy.
in
Make
the
up your
movie
freaking
say-
mind.
in the
Comics
MC
say
in the MCU, apparently he can't, but in comics he can.
Unbelievable.
So we just need to get Thor some
riot.
comic books, and then I'll remember he can breathe in space.
Oh wait, here's another one.
I was gonna say
Ano-
scuba gear.
Another comic. It says he can hold his breath for a long time in space.
What is it?
It's everything.
Here we
Literally,
go.
I mean, there's so many things about the comics that like change.
Yeah, that's true.
we just get Thor a really good set of scuba gear, and we send him to space to save Tony. He can just use the scuba gear to get
You just have
around.
to You just have to make sure that the snorkel thing is above space, right? So you can breathe.
Exactly. I didn't mean snorkeling. I mean like an air tank.
No, man, you snorkel.
Keep the hose. You just have a really long hose, and the hose stays on Earth, and he just swims around with the hose on Earth, and he's just breathing.
Oh gosh.
How far would a hose get before you can't breathe through it?
Before you can't breathe through
Well,
it?
also, there's...
if you have a pump.
well,
remember he's got godly lungs.
Yeah,
So,
but
how far
trying to get the whatever hose through Earth's atmosphere into the vacuum of space, like
what of it?
I don't think it would like survive.
What was it? What does Earth's atmosphere have to do with it?
Pressure. Or
There's less pressure up
no,
there.
No, whoa, you didn't hear what I said.
So it
pressure,
could just explode from the inside.
Pressure and then the lack thereof, so it'll just like shrivel up and like die.
No, you just have like a metal tube. You have a metal
See,
pipe.
I was thinking like a little plastic one.
No, I'm not talking like a freaking like crazy straw. I mean a metal pipe going up through space, and he's just breathing on the end of it.
Metal pipe and garden hose are very different.
Garden hose?
He's got a garden hose just tied around his waist, and he just like unties it, breathes through it, and ties it back on.
Listen, everybody, we need you to donate your
Thor needs your help.
So we can save them to you.
There we go.
The adventures of Thor and his hose.
And his hose. he sells his hammer so that he can afford more garden hoses. He's just got like 1 billion garden hoses.
He gives Mexico his hammer so that they'll hire workers, and the workers will build him hoses.
Just build him hoses. It's brilliant. Foolproof plan.
Freaking brilliant. Alright.
So it's either going to be that one, or I'm saying Captain Marvel is going to save him. Yep. Either one. Not sure. What is this?
The cursed image, dude.
What is your deal? Jeez. Oh, man.
Sorry.
I was there.
It was just there, dude. Don't judge me.
Another part of my week, I've been playing Super Smash Bros.
This picture brings it up to
You've been playing what, Randy?
I've been playing Super Smash Bros. It's super fun. It's been legit. It's a very fun game.
Did you take the Switch?
Maybe.
I mean, it's fine. I don't play it, so...
If you haven't even noticed,
I know, that's why I didn't think it was going to be a problem. Text me first day and a half, I think I'm alright.
Yeah, no. I mean, like...
Now that Smash is out, we'll play a lot.
Well,
but before that, it was like...
Nah, I like Mario Kart, and then I love Mario Party, but Smash is
They're not really single-player games, though, at the same time. So...
To me, Smash isn't either, so...
Do you like, how do you like Kirby, though?
Kirby is garbage. Kirby's the worst.
He's the one that got away from the super...
which is stupid.
Smash
he shouldn't have.
Come on.
Stupid.
He can teleport.
No, he cannot.
Screw Bayonetta. Screw Star Fox. Screw freaking Ash Ketchum and all the other Pokemon in it. Screw, who else is in there? King Dedede.
Do you know who the best one is?
Couldn't tell you.
Olimar.
Samus.
No, Olimar is
Dark
the way
Samus.
to go.
Olimar, dude, Olimar is awesome.
He's
the guy with the little pink men?
Yeah.
He's the spaceman.
I've literally won a Smash tournament with Olimar. I
Olimar's fun.
I'm talking like personal Smash tournament, or are we talking?
No.
Yeah, he was fighting himself.
Well, okay,
it wasn't. I would beat myself.
Nah, it wasn't.
I'm still dead.
It wasn't like a legit like I'm gonna get paid for this tournament or like organized thing. It was like a school tournament, but it was.
So in other words, not a tournament.
Yo, there was
just
there was like 50 people there. I didn't know any of them because I'm not a nerd.
Freaking nerds playing Smash, man! I tell you.
Well, there was like an entire like Smash club at my high school.
Jeez,
that was weird.
Man, I had a Smash club at my high school, but it was not anything to do with.
They just went outside behind the bleachers and they just broke pans and pots and glasses.
I was gonna say I played Smash Mouth, but you know that works too.
Smash Mouth.
Man,
Somebody wants
So many different Smash.
Yeah.
So many different Smash clubs that you could have at school.
Smash.
That means so many different things.
I've heard
There's something
from
for everybody.
the dark web. I heard Smash Mouth is coming back.
Really?
From the dark web.
Yep.
Back on the dark web where you can sell your kid.
I like how they announced that perfectly legal thing on the dark.
I know, right?
I like how y'all didn't.
Guys, we're coming back.
I guess if they know.
I like how y'all didn't even question that I could get on the dark web because I don't even know if that's a thing.
It isn't.
It totally is.
Okay.
I mean, it's not hard to figure out how to get.
I mean,
See,
there's the dark web, and then there's the actual dark web.
No, yeah, the actual dark web.
The actual dark web is super difficult, and you can only get onto it with an invite from someone else.
Well, an invite, and also, like, as soon as something like that shows up on your computer, like, you're definitely being tracked. Like, if you're not,
Oh, well, that's why.
if you're not smart about
anytime
it.
you get onto the dark web, you go through like a billion VPNs.
No,
and,
totally.
Because there's a special browser that like bounces around your IP.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah,
But no, I'm just saying, not
You're
not anyone
using
can do
Internet
that.
Explorer to get onto the dark web.
No, and that's why I said, like, I'm surprised y'all didn't ask me about that because, like, I'm not gonna put in enough effort to get on the dark web. Like, that was way too much.
I could get onto the dark web, but I'm just too tired. I'll do it tomorrow.
Man, you know I could. I just choose not to. You know.
That's like those high school, those school kids are like, oh man, I totally could have gone pro, but oh, man, I didn't want to put in the effort. It's like, no, dude, there's no way.
Randy, did you see that thing on Reddit that was like, in about 10 years, there's going to be the gamer dads that just, they could have gone pro, but they just couldn't, and then ... I was like, yep.
All the gamer dads who they could have gone pro in gaming, but man, then they had a sports injury or whatnot, or then they had kids and they just decided they shouldn't. It's like, yeah.
Then I broke my freaking wrist.
Yeah, got carpal tunnel in my arm, my hand, and so I decided I shouldn't.
I started having thumb spasms.
Yeah, man, dude, it's the worst. You gotta hate it when you have thumb spasms. Which keeps you from going pro.
It's only for console gamers, because PC gamers don't need their thumbs.
Yeah, well, unless you, it depends on what you're playing. If you're playing, like, World of Warcraft.
Side buttons and stuff on
Yeah, if you got World of Warcraft, you got like 1,000 buttons there, and you gotta be precise.
1,000 buttons? You use, like, WASD, you use your mouse, and, like, 1 through 9.
Nah, dude, that's not if you're pro, dude.
That's if you're pro. Casual.
Dude, have you seen the Razer Naga controller?
No, I need to look that up.
Dude, I will send you a picture of it right now. That thing is on another level.
By the way, back to trailers.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I don't think there was anything super notable. Like, you could, like, super dissect the trailer and get some other stuff out of it.
Oh, they didn't show anything. It was great. Like,
yeah, they were very...
It was, like, nothing. All they said is, like, Tony Stark is screwed.
It was super emotional, which I loved, but, like, I didn't get anything, like, out of it as far as, like, content, but it was very well put together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm totally cool with that.
I hate getting stuff spoiled for me before a movie. Like,
yeah,
that's why I watched the first 2 trailers of a Marvel movie, and then nothing like else until the movie comes out. And that's why I tried to not watch anything about a DC movie, because it's gonna spoil the entire movie.
Because it's gonna spoil everything.
Yep.
All right, there you go. So
dang!
So the picture, it has 3 attachments. You can put one of any of those sides on, but one of them has 12 buttons on one side of your controller.
I see that. That's intense.
And then if you're really...
It's like 9.
No, it has 12. 12. It says the
numbers. If you look at the number, it counts them all. It's 12 buttons on one side of your mouse.
My mouse
and
has
then if you're
2
really
buttons.
if you're really pro, then you have this on top of it to go even harder. Even higher.
Yeah,
you gotta go ham.
My mouse has 2 buttons on the side, and that's enough for me to think about. Oh my gosh!
Then you gotta add that, and that's even crazier.
I've seen those
guys. 20 buttons.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
So is that for, like, your other hand or what?
Yup, that's your other hand.
That actually looks like kind of legit game.
So, if you want to go crazy, that's what I'm talking about. And that's where you need your thumbs.
See, that's the thing. I would get that second one. So the second one is like a whole, like, palm, like, if you're in a spaceship, think of that, and that's what you have. Like a futuristic spaceship, that is what that looks like. See,
it's got 1 to 20 buttons. on your thumb and another button for your thumb, and that joystick obviously also has a click.
Yeah.
Button. So it's basically got 22 buttons.
I would get that.
Are programmable.
I would get that before I got the first one, because I feel like I would lose my way with 1 through 12 buttons all like crammed together. So like that to me is just it's kind of a nuisance more than it is a help. But that second.
But the radial for the Razer, the mouse radial one is pretty nice.
Oh, that
then you
see that
1
I could
through
use
7 in a circle.
Yeah, I could use that one.
But yeah. I have 6 buttons on mine, and I get lost every once in a while. I hit the wrong button.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't imagine having twice the amount of buttons.
I'm with Brad. I have 2. Yeah, I find it hard to reach all of them.
So, right? Like my two are good. I like 6 I could maybe use, but then like 20, no way. Honestly, like I couldn't even like I would.
Dude, 6 is so convenient once you have it, and like especially in like not all games it's useful for. Like it's not like super helpful for all games, but like when it's
Diablo
helpful
3
in a game, it's awesome.
Diablo would be great.
Diablo like one-handed.
Yeah, I could. I don't, but I could. But for like Destiny, I have 1, 2, and 3 are all my weapons, so I just swap between the weapons with that, so I can just like hot swap between them. Then I have melee, my class ability, and my grenade all on the mouse as well. So all I need to do is, for my left hand, all I do is WASD, shift, and jump. And I don't need to worry about hitting any other buttons, and reload. I don't need to worry about any other buttons.
So that's why you're so bad at Destiny.
Yeah, you're right, my bad. But it's nice, because then I don't need to worry about hitting any other buttons. It's great. I'm not any better at Destiny, like Bryce said. I'm not good at it, but it's nice because I don't need to move my hand.
Oh, you're good.
Makes me lazy.
How the heck did we get on this topic?
Trailers and how good it was.
And then how you gotta be, how people were gonna be talking about 20 years from now, how they could have gone pro, but they didn't.
I honestly, I don't remember the exact transition though.
Me neither. But that's what makes a great conversation, when you don't know where you got there.
Okay. Excuse me.
Unbelievable.
We probably need to start wrapping up. We're hitting the hour and 3-minute mark.
Oh man, I'm done. All right, goodbye. Have a great day. I'm so glad we could talk.
More like,
we'll see you next time.
If I want to be able to post this on Tuesday, and it's Tuesday, and it's almost 12 o'clock, so I'm gonna get this one on time.
Yeah, let's we should probably end it then.
Any other last minute wrap up? Last couple of things that anyone wants to talk about?
Kirby's really good at sucking.
That's literally all he's good at. I hate Kirby in Smash.
Kirby's the worst. He's fun to just mess with people. Like, my favorite thing to do with Kirby is just suck somebody in and then walk off the edge, and then right before you would die, you spit them out and you start flying, and you just can kill them. That's the only good thing about Kirby, is you just suicide people.
Because all of the other abilities, everyone else has. So
yeah, right? And, I mean, to be fair, you can steal their ability too, but...
Yeah, but that's only one of their abilities, so it's kind of like...
Yeah, exactly. Then if you're going to steal that ability, you might as well just be that person.
Yeah.
Alright. I think that does survive. Deuces it.
Deuces it.
Deuces. Have you guys ever heard... Okay, well, never mind. I'll bring this up next time. I forgot we were ending. My bad.
Okay.
I guess we'll talk about it offline anyway.
For Diablo stuff, because we are going to go freaking ham.
Ham sandwich.
For penalties. For
we're creating a penalty for the losers.
We'll do a penalty thing next week or the week after, just as it gets closer.
Yeah. And if you guys own Diablo, you're to play along with us and maybe try the challenge yourself.
Yeah, we'd love to play with you.
How you do.
How do you do?
And if you beat us, then
good for you. Well, I'm not hard to beat, so
hooray!
You can challenge Randy or Bryce because they're both way better. You
can challenge Bryce because he's way better.
What the heck? You're way better than me, dude. You've gotten a higher grade of Rift level than I have.
Yeah, but that was when I didn't have a job. That was when I didn't have things that I needed to do. Now I have things I need to do, and so now I can't do it so much. Now I'm an adult with responsibilities.
Yuck.
That is the worst.
Yucky.
It's the worst.
Right.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
That was English.
Hit the bell button.
Hit the bell button. Still don't remember what that means, but do it. Follow us on all of the social medias, because at least Instagram is updated often. So
Facebook is getting there.
Facebook's getting there.
If Twitter's not getting there, it's blame Brad.
I don't even I don't even know how to use Twitter.
It's all his fault.
I posted new videos on it.
Anything, it's his fault.
I don't even know what Twitter means. So
Twitter is a thing where people go to cry.
No, that's Reddit.
That's true. That's both. that's the internet. That's right.
That is the internet. All right, y'all.
All right.
Have a good one.
See ya.